All right, y'all. Well, if it's playoffs time, then you know what that also means. It is new season time. I've been teeing it up all season long. Now we've got all the details. I've been launching it out, releasing it a little bit over time throughout the last couple of weeks or so. But here we have all the juicy details for this upcoming Winter League of City League Darts Quarantine League style. Everything online, remote, from the safety, convenience, and economical pricing of your own home. So you see the formats we have listed here. Challenge League, just like we've had before, it's all 501. Social League, that mix of doubles and cricket, a mix of 501 and cricket, adding doubles in this season, so make sure you see that there. New Quarantine Tour announced, which I've also been teeing up. So we're going to do a little mini warm-up series here over 6 weeks for the Quarantine Tour heading into 2021. So if you've not played before, you'll have some time to get familiar with how we manage the check-in, the video chatting, check in on Slack, video chat with Skype, all that good stuff. Some opportunities to get your feet wet and get familiar with that structure before we start the 2021 season. 2021 Quarantine Tour, 22 events between January and November, which will culminate in a finals championship for the top 8 players. No official prizes announced yet, but you can be sure that there will be something fun going on there. And that one we're specifically timing to try to make friendly for our friends over on the other side of the Atlantic. So those will be held on weekends in the afternoon, early afternoon, East Coast United States time, to try to encourage folks from all across the world to join us there in that Quarantine Tour. Best of 5 singles, 501 single elimination tournaments. It's a lot of details for a single event. Anyway, it's the Quarantine Tour 2021. I'm really excited about that. Quarantine Premier League, folks have been asking us about. What you're watching right now, this playoff finals. Quarantine Premier League, we're going to have auditions starting December 2nd. So as you see here, you have until the 1st to throw your hat in the ring, and then I'll reach out on Slack with instructions for how to get involved there. Of course, chat us with any questions you have. cityleaguedarts.com/quarantine league is where you can get all of the latest and greatest details. And of course, City League Darts on Twitter. I'll see you on the Aki. Warning. This program may contain foul language and awful arithmetic. It should not be viewed by anyone who is triggered by first start at 18 saw 90 with the opponent on the finish, or by anyone learning how to mentally calculate 11 plus 8 plus 26. City League Darts reminds you to please add and subtract responsibly. All right, folks, we're here. It's a time you've been waiting for. 10 weeks after the start of this fall 2020 Quarantine Premier League season, it has come down to this. The final four players playing tonight in 3 back-to-back-to-back matches to determine City League champion. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here, what these standings look like. As we tee up these matches, we'll open with a matchup between number 1, Shenandoah Slinger, Kenny Johnson, and number 4 there, the West Texas Marauder, Jerry Melendez, who was just knocked down into that 4 spot at the end of the regular season, losing out to a great match against Jesse Hopper there. Or maybe that was Toaster and Jesse. There's been so many matches this season, 36 in all in the regular season. Some of them are blurring together for me. I apologize. Anyway, that's how it's shaken out tonight. 1 versus 4, 2 versus 3 in the playoff semifinal 1 coming up here shortly. We see this preview. We see how these players have done so far throughout the season. Not much in the difference between any of these numbers here. Not much between them, except for the most critical one there, of course, at the top, the record. Slinger with just the 7 wins and then 1 draw to Jerry's 4 wins, 2 draws, and 2 losses on the season here. The players have already corked. We're doing a best of 11 here, so you're accustomed to best of 12 in the regular Quarantine Premier League, as we can have a draw. Draws won't work in the tournament here. Best of 11. The players have corked. If they're ready, they can shoot them well. Game on, guys.
All the best, Jerry, man. Shoot well, bub. Shoot well.
We are underway here. I've got new settings, new screens, new cameras, new videos. It all seems to be working out okay. Hopefully I haven't jinxed it. A wee bit of lag
60
from Kenny's audio. Though perhaps that's just me. Wow, some straight shooting there from Jerry. Good grouping around that triple 20. So obviously the money here is on the Slinger to take this and probably take it decisively. However, like we saw with the numbers, you don't expect he's going to get too much room in a lot of these legs. We've seen Jerry throw really hot. We've seen Jerry throw really cold this season. Oftentimes in the same match. So we will see how that shakes out here this evening.
45.
Of course, thanks for joining us. You could be anywhere in the world, but you choose to be here. We appreciate that. Of course, you can't be anywhere in the world right now. It would be nice, but
13.
Maybe next year. Also, probably not.
114.
Wow, great recovery with that second and third dart there from the Slinger, deciding to move downstairs, finding 619s for his effort there. Jerry not finding that same pot of treble 19 gold.
Oh, no. 46. Come on.
ton 40 would have been great there for Jerry. Would have put a lot more pressure on this 195 to become a really good setup. 212 will leave a bit more work to be done. Ooh, but Kenny, though, not necessarily putting a stamp.
41.
So just a 60 here would bring Jerry right back in it. A ton would give him a noteworthy advantage. A ton 40 would really hurt. 95, though, will be good. Jerry, you could argue, has a slight advantage here. This 154 is not going to go from the slinger. So you figure Jerry is going to want a treble 20 with this opening dart to leave 57 with 2 remaining. We'll see how it shakes down. Well, 17 leaves ton. Treble 20 is a moot point.
Oh, no. How was that? 37.58? Yeah.
Looks like a treble 7 with that third dart there from Jerry. Scoring 21 at the end.
55.
Oh boy. Slinger there.
Jerry.
Thinking, I don't know what just happened there. Didn't he have 115,
11.
scored a single 20, had 95 left, and then hit a treble 15?
Oh, wow.
I don't know what's going on here. What in the world? I'm confused in the booth here. I thought I was paying attention too. I wish I had replay for this. Double 16 for Jerry for the opening break of throw. Wow, early momentum to the Marauder here. With the advantage with the darts, breaking right off the bat here. Jerry throwing to complete the break. Oh, good stuff. 26 darter there. Cleaning up 48 with 2. You love to see it. He loves to throw it.
Oh, come on. 81.
So again, reminder, we are doing this live playoff finals tonight, back to back to back, starting up with semifinal number 1 right here underway, to be immediately followed, or maybe, I don't know, 5-10 minute break, by semifinal number 2
83.
between number 2 Toaster Dave Weiland and number 3 Rattlesnake Jesse Hopper. And then about 10 or maybe 15 minutes after that, we'll give the winner of that match some time to rest and recover. We will play the championship. Best of 13, I think is what I said that's going to be. Too many leagues, too many formats, too many numbers running around
52.
these days. As you see, winter season of the Quarantine Premier League has been announced. You can see how to get all the information there. Register for our Challenge League, which is just competitive but recreational online play. And you can also register to audition for the Quarantine Premier League, this league you're watching right now that we do on the broadcast and distribute to cable television here in Central Texas. And also have some junior league stuff to announce there that we'll run a little promo for in between all of these matches. You might have noticed the Winter League promo that we ran earlier with instructions on how to get involved and what some of those formats are, including the Quarantine Tour coming up.
God.
The little warm-up series starting tomorrow for the next 6 Sundays at noon. We'll be running a best-of-5 501 single elimination tournament as a warm-up to the 2021 Quarantine Tour. 22 events, 2 a month for the first 11 months of the year.
41.
Players earning points on the Q-Tour Order of Merit from their performances there. And then at the end of the season, sometime in December,
27.
we will... Oh, getting a little shift of his board or something there. We'll host the championship playoff for the top 8 finishers for the Quarantine Tour. Slinger banging his the casing that his
120.
bracket is resting on, I think, and jarring it a little bit loose to the side. I, too, am a banger of the face of the dartboard, but you got to be careful sometimes because every now and then you'll have a kind of catch a little nick on the spider. That's the wire portion. And yeah, it can cut you. That'll get you.
Third.
Slinger there
Shot.
gets that double 6 after missing 2 at double 12. A 24 darter of his own. We are underway here, going break. Kind of the opposite of the Ian White Lisa Ashton match from the final Players Championship event of the Winter Series that was held earlier today. 11 holds of throw in a row. It was Diamond who won the cork to start the match. And you could say that that's when the match was won before it even started. 11 straight holds of throw.
65. I mean, 68.
I wonder what the numbers are for that, how common or rare that would be for it to go the distance on all holds.
58.
I thought that looked like 7 of those 19s. Good shooting from Jerry. The one that missed was just outside.
100.
Jake Slinger with a flyer there on his third dart. Look closer to the double 5 than the treble 20 by a margin.
40.
Good job cleaning up the 19 there from Jerry. Leave himself on a much cleaner 260 than 159.
43. Jesus.
Jerry with an opportunity here to take the darts away from Kenny in this, I'll say critical third leg. They're all critical. It's a short enough format, and these players are all closely enough skilled together. Oh no, and that move, I was just praising him.
Oh my God.
Jerry, you gotta go 18s there to leave the 167.
30.
Or go bull to leave the 160. 19 from 185, not the move. Be math aware.
58.
Kenny here with his work cut out for him. Ton 80 would put a whole bunch of pressure on. A ton would put a little bit of pressure on this 108.
100.
Jerry still with the advantage, but with Kenny nipping at his heels. That was a dog pun because there was dogs barking in the background. 3 more 18s would leave 2. Would leave 2 more 18s, not 2 score remaining.
22.
86 remaining here. Now treble 18 will leave double 16, and I think he found another. Yeah, right. Another 4 there.
24 left. 70, 48, 70.
I don't know why that took me so hard to figure out that Jerry math there. It's right in front of me the whole time. 18 for the bullseye. .68 remaining after that. Treble 14 misses into the single. Ooh, great attempt at the treble 18, but it could be the bullseye here for the steal.
Oh, 48 left.
Doing a good job to compose himself, Jerry. Taking his time, making sure he had the math right. Perhaps resetting his eye and focus to move his target to that bullseye. Slinger, I think inside on that first double 12. How about double 6? He hit it last time. Will he do it again? I think that's a single. Tucked in that corner. Wow, couldn't be any more corner tucked than that. Jerry, we've seen him do it in 2. We've seen him do it this way in 2. How about in 3, double 16? Oh no, overcompensated. Threw that thing too far inside. I bet he's going to go 2 double 2, Kenny. I know he likes to split 10, 2 double 8. I think that would apply here. Nope, I'm wrong. Attacking it right for it. Double three. It's an ugly, ugly, ugly leave. No one likes the 6. Kenny knows he should have done better than to leave that.
First start.
And Jerry punishes. So break, break, break. Break, break, break. Break your booty. Let's take a look at some stats here. Decent numbers here. Pretty on par with their season averages
85.
so far through 3. Look at that scoring. Power scoring from Kenny. 5 low tons already. Just through these 3 legs. That is not bad. Not bad at all.
$24.
Fucking 32.
Well, Kenny nowhere to be found here.
43.
2 visits in. Jerry, though, not doing much to punish. Letting him off the hook so far. Just 1 treble from Kenny would be damaging, and that is damaging. Well, Kenny sends that pressure right back to Jerry. Says, I am fixing to take this throw away. I thought that might have been a 1-2-3 from Jerry. That second dart just a bit below that treble bet on that 20.
4.
Oh my God. 64.
Kenny really doing a good job making moves down to that 19 switch and coming up with trebles pretty consistently. 1 more of those to apply the pressure to Kenny.
55.
That'll do it as well. 147 will definitely play. And what sort of pressure can Kenny apply here from the same spot? About the same. Jerry with the first crack at it, though. Not going to go. 138 remaining. 133 remaining. 126 remaining.
21.
A bit of a waste of a turn there. Still has a ton of work to do from over 120, Jerry.
54.
That's the sort of visit Jerry was looking for last time around. 3 19s will leave the bullseye. Can't do it. Good thinking, though. I love the 4 19s for the 50 approach from the 126.
38 and 48 is 86.
Oh, finding the treble 16 there with his third Jerry. From 88 to put him onto a nice clean 40. 85 here for Kenny. It's 15s or 19s. 70 remaining here.
Good time of day.
And
23.
from 70, throws it somewhere near a 5. Don't know what that is about. We'll throw the math away there. Jerry's looking for that double 20. Can't
20.
find it. Chance here from Kenny. Might go 25. Might go 15s. I think he went 25 there. Just came up short, literally. Oh, no. 43 score leaves 22 for Kenny. Double 11 is the target.
Oh my God.
And I think he finds a double 8.
Jesus Christ.
He does find that double 8.
36, 52, 59.
Oh no, double 10 for Jerry for the cleanup. Not even close, double 5. Well, one or bust. It was just a bust. Double 3 Kenny, we've seen him go straight for it and then lose the leg after missing it. Will he learn his lesson and go for the split? Or is he going to attack it again? If he does attack it, he needs to go high on the first dart if he's going to miss it. Otherwise, a low dart would be a blocker. He does split it, double 2. There he goes, and he gets paid for it. Thinking to himself right now, I'm sure, why didn't I do that last time? And thus continues this endless cycle of breaks of throw.
Come on, Kenny.
26 dart break, 24 dart break, 25 dart break, 29 dart break. Slinger with the darts. Game on.
Come on. 41.
$41.
Wow. Oh my God. 15.
$42.
Slow goings here, leg 5. Maybe these players taking a leg off here.
59.
Average is dropping a little bit from where we checked in on them in after the second leg, I think.
98.
About 2 points in the overall average and about 3 or 4 in the
58.
first 9.
Ooh, what is that? 38.
$83.
A little bit more back on target there from Slinger, but still potentially poised to lose the darts here. Jerry can move that over a little bit to the right. I think that's another treble 5. He's been finding a lot of those.
19.
A lot of those just on the wrong side of the 512 treble wire.
16.
Better grouping there from Slinger than we've seen in a number of throws. So Jerry looking for one big treble here, accompanied by a couple of big singles.
58.
A treble 20 would have done the job. An absolute flyer of a first dart from Kenny. Not sure what he's doing with his hand or grip or wrist or whatever to lead that first dart into that single 12 wedge. It looks like me throwing out there.
100.
Oh, great third dart there. Jerry getting nicked in. It looks like from that second. You can see that angle of those two barrels.
83.
So a couple 20s will leave the bullseye here from Jerry. Well, I don't like it, but it'll work. Double 18. Double 9, I think. Oh no, a little bit outside.
72.
Wasn't sure if that was an 18 or a 4. Double 16 here for Kenny for the first hold of the match. Not going to go.
52.
Hold on one sec.
Oh.
Sorry about that. Hold on.
No, that's all right. You're going to correct your score because my time. There you go.
Yeah. 72. All right. And you're at
52 scored.
All right, back to the double 9 for Jerry here.
first start.
Fuck, Kenny. Bullshit.
Dave calling me out for the no math aware on the 90. I know it's just, when it's for the game and you hit the treble 18. I just, And I also couldn't put the math aware up because it would block the view of the double 18.
60.
But I called him out on it, and you know I'm raging inside and outside. But darn it, if you're going to hit it, you're going to hit it. And what can I say? Just take the leg and move on. And again, another break a throw. Right on cue.
45.
When will it end? So back up over 60 for the first 9 from Kenny. And pushing closer is Jerry. But still holding steady in those mid-50s for the overall.
$43. Gotta follow that, man. God.
40.
$60.
Just steady as it goes here for these folks.
Oh my goodness.
Not great, not terrible.
71.
Decent number of big scores, but interrupted by a whole bunch of mediocre kind of 30s and 40s. 195 remaining, or 190, excuse me, for the slinger, who inexplicably goes bull here. Like, what is going on? I swear, something with the math on that side.
29.
Meanwhile, Jerry tries to have a 95 for 166. Like, what is going on here? It's City League. You can go your own way. Kenny getting mad on the left side.
Jesus, 9.
Jerry with a chance here is going to have to either hit a treble or use some good math. Well, it's onto the treble now. 80 will get the job done. 80 will put some pressure on this 171, but the 171 could get close quick.
60.
But it won't really. 60 minimum here required from Jerry. Oh, he's going to get it. How about one more of those? Oh, not going to make the 152.72 remaining after the 2 darts.
Nice.
Wanted to set up double 18 there. We'll settle to leave 60. Pressure on the slinger. Treble 18 would have left tops. It's 90 remaining here.
God. 37.
Single 20 and don't bust it. That's my motto. Nice high dart. Kind of laying low, too, to give himself room above it, but he clips it. Double 10.
40.
Well, good to leave that one outside and not inside. Last thing you want to do from that position if you're Jerry is leave yourself on 10. Treble 14 here for Kenny, I believe, is going to be the target as he tries to set up 32. 20 now for tops. 20's in. Tops is not even close. Opportunity for Jerry here.
Oh, man.
Oh no, busts it.
I had 35 shot last time. Shit.
Again, these players apparently not literate. The number of times they've been given instructions on how to edit your score on Darts Atlas, I just can't even tell at this point.
Jesus Christ, are you kidding me?
Double 9 here. I keep on trying to
21.
jump in on the match to tell Kenny to fix his camera and stop hitting his board, but I can't get an opportunity as these players are still shooting at doubles, and I'm not going to interrupt this leg. I think that one's a little bit high. That one's definitely a little high. But is it in anything? Is he moved down to the double 7?
Jesus, 12.
Oh, it was a double 6 that he hit. That makes sense.
God almighty.
Double 9 here for Kenny.
Third.
There he goes.
Wow.
Getting it across the line. Kenny, can you move your camera to the right and stop hitting your board? And we will reset that back from its original position. And we're off.
Jesus Christ, 41.
Wow, this is just ridiculous. Break, 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 break.
100.
And just, I don't know, there's just, like, the overall, the averages are fine. I can't understand what's going on with, like, the pacing here. There'll be a couple of throws with darts generally grouped around each other, but, I mean, for the most part, the spread of these, I wonder if it's, like, the pressure,
9.
the finalsness, like unlike the regular season where you've got 9 total matches, it's do or die here, right? One loss and you're out of the playoffs, and maybe that's getting to these players a little bit here, but not quite as tidy as I would have expected on both sides, honestly. But I say that, but of course Jerry's thrown in 26, 25, and 25 darters on the ones he's won. But I guess I don't know if the problem is I guess these guys are throwing well when they're picking up the legs against the darts, as it were, and then just not bringing it when they've got the throw. Oh, again, an opportunity there from Jerry to take the darts away from the slinger, and is unable to capitalize, but is also unpunished. You can kind of feel this rising stress from these players as they are just not getting into any sort of rhythm.
$28.
100.
That's a critically timed ton from the Marauder there. Put that pressure on this 148, which I think has just turned into a 68. Wow, what a response. Well, here's a little bit more of the back and forth that I was talking about us not having yet in this match. These strings of 60s, tons, ton 40s, the checkdowns, it's on for Jerry. 80 remaining. Yikes, a disaster. A disastrously tight second dart. That leaves him with 68.
132.
Wow, that leaves him with 8. Pressure now on Kenny. He's just going to have 2 at it. It's going to be the double 16. That one's outside and high. That one is in. Kenny giving us our first hold a throw of the match. Leg 7. If you had leg 7 on your first hold of the match bingo card, come up and collect your earnings. And doing it, matching the best leg count so far of the match.
36.
And so we'll see how Jerry responds here. The pressure's definitely on, though, as Slinger is back on throw and has the advantage of the darts in the match.
80.
Stats updates.
59.
Again, just, barely wavering at all from what we've seen from the beginning of the match. Jerry has generally been, eking just, 1 point in the averages over Kenny in the overall average. But then
30.
I feel like Slinger has had him a little bit in the first 9. But again, just 1 or 2 points total out of this, right? Almost statistically insignificant. And again, we see great power scoring from both these players. 7 low tons from Jerry through 7 legs. 9 from the Slinger. Surprisingly, no ton 40s or better.
Ooh, 38, 40.
I won't say it's surprising that we haven't had any maximums yet. However, Jerry did throw 2 or 3 in his last match,
60.
Hold on, Kenny, hold on.
I think.
Okay.
I think that was the Jerry Toaster match.
38.
Where I think we had 2 consecutive legs of opening 180s.
All right, cool.
And I think as I was tweeting about it, Jerry went off and threw another 180, but not a leg opener. Or those could be other players, and I'm just mistaken.
45.
Oh my God, 23. Come on, Kenny.
Well, 244 for Jerry could put himself in a range here. Just needs a ton to do it, and that would definitely apply pressure to the 240. Single 20 for the ton.
100.
Oh, I was waiting. I was holding my breath to see if he was going to say 140. That third dart looked decent enough for it from Jerry.
Oh, bad thing.
Jesus.
Very doable from Jerry, but not under pressure with Kenny still way back at 225. 144 is not going to go. Ooh, that became 64. Oh, yikes. I don't like that third dart at the treble 20 to set up 4. It's not terrible. You won't bust it, but definitely would have preferred a move down to the 16s there from 64. Meanwhile, good job getting back in the leg here from Kenny. It might be too little too late. 12 sets up double 16. Double 16 takes the 8th leg. We're back on throw again. Just mirrors here. And Jerry pushing the dart counts lower. 23 dart hold to throw there. He's going to have to get a break in
41. Great damn morning.
if he wants to win this match. He doesn't have to do it right now. But he cannot win this match from this point without a break of throw, Jerry.
95.
We're either going to be playing 2 or 3 more legs here.
81.
And all of a sudden, there's a little bit of life breathed into this match. Pushing him up, up, up.
40.
Maybe both players getting settled in now. Might be too little too late for the loser.
Jesus.
$28.
28 there keeps a bit of pressure off of Slinger, though these players are both still kind of out of range enough that there's a good bit of work cut out for them and a few turns left for either player to recover some variance.
$43.
I like the thinking there from Jerry. Let's try to set up the 280.
39.
Unfortunate just to miss that 20 into the 5. So again, as you see, winter season
45.
recruiting now for all things Quarantine League, including the Quarantine Premier League, which you're watching right now. If you can maintain a stable video connection and follow basic instructions and throw a decent enough dart, then we'd love to hear from you.
Oh my God.
Reach out.
2.
Get involved. Always looking for new players from around the country to kind of help showcase the benefit of online play and live streaming darts in their darts communities.
38.
Been real fortunate to have some players from all around the country this season to help kind of bring in some viewers and, you know, get some folks who they play with in person excited about
95.
the idea of online darts and watching themselves play. That could be you. It could be us. But you're not playing. Oh no, Jerry. Leaving himself a bit more work to do. And it's double 4 for Kenny here for another hole to throw. Oh, and that's a bust into the double 13.
That's 4.
Jerry 117 now. We've seen him go 17s before, which I hate because it leaves 66.
Oh, jeez, what's that?
But anyway, yeah, I should start calling the 17s bad math aware because it does leave you, even hitting it still leaves you work to be done. Oh, 67 now for Kenny, 17. Ooh, wow, he does hit the treble, double 8. But cannot make the transition back over. Perhaps rushed it just a tad. I feel like he did give himself a bit of time there, but it wasn't enough. 86 now for Jerry. Just high on that treble 18, 68 remaining.
$51.
Double 4 now for Kenny, finding that double 8 inside. And just not getting that range here.
8.
And he doesn't make me eat my words by lobbing that third one in, as I was saying it. Double 20 here for Jerry. Ooh, yikes. Not a good first attempt at it. And not a much better one, though. At least he found the line on that third dart. Double 4 now for Kenny as this leg starts to slip away from these players. Madhouse does not go better inside than above it, though. I'm sure Kenny is thinking to himself. No, he's just thinking, I'm not happy I'm not making these doubles. Double 10 still open for Jerry.
No score.
He was trying to, I think, knock that third dart into either of those first two to try to get a deflection into the double bed. Unable to do so. Kenny still at double 4 and finds it almost busting again into that double 13. This time, however, staying just high enough. Well, is it going to go the distance? It's up to Jerry's hold here to see if we're going to go to a last leg decider. We see that bit of an aberration there. And as we see here, 2 of these legs that have gone to over 30 darts have been won by Slinger. So opportunity is certainly there for Jerry to be putting forth a much different scoreline, or perhaps even have already won the match had he taken some of those chances a little bit earlier. But as it is, advantage is now with the Slinger.
26.
$60.
Oh my God, 38.
Ooh, wow. I thought he was finding some good range there, Jerry. Those first two grouping really nicely just above that treble 19 bed. And I don't know, he started thinking about something or got too much into his head on that third dart and did not throw that thing anywhere near the same as he had thrown the first two.
133.
Oh, hey, those three will work, though. Great recovery there.
91.
Maj in the chat saying loves the leg count graphic. Thank you. I dig that myself. So I can't wait to get back to in-person play where we have the horizontal align, like stat pop-outs and stuff like that. And
133.
get to see the player cams. Wow, look at this. Back-to-back 719 throws from Jerry to set up 111 here. What a time to do it. Can he keep this pressure on? Can he do it in 3, or is he going to need a chance at 6? 92 remaining. Treble 20 for double 16. Yikes. 80 left here. After that first attempt goes way off the rails. Yeah, and I hate that attempt at that 16 there, because if you go for the 20 and hit it, you have 60 left. You can just throw 20 tops your next visit. Now he's going to have to do treble or burn another extra dart this next time around to set up a double. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Oh! 140.
64 for Jerry here. With Slinger sitting on 8. 16, the pressure is on here. This is not an easy single 16 to hit, and Jerry doesn't hit it.
32
Sets
score.
up the 32, but does not give himself a chance at double. Kenny to punish the mistakes. Double 4. To get back on the break train, it gets there.
Settle down.
Getting through it, Kenny.
Good shit. Dude, I don't deserve none of that, dog. I'm telling you. I shot like...
All right, let's go to that
ahead,
summary view
everyone.
here.
Yeah, but
There we go. Wow, well, ebbs and flows there, but the best leg of the match being the one that gets it done. That nice little 19 darter there from the Slinger. As we saw, just a tad of a dip in the averages through those last two legs. Really, that 37 darter doing a bit of the damage, but overall, just good, solid shooting. Again, kind of the similarities here in these numbers about what we might have predicted when we looked at those season averages in the player head-to-head coming into this. I'm going to take a break, get the rest of these players, get this next match teed up, and we'll be back with some more action soon. In the meantime, hey, check out a commercial. Hey there, students, parents, and educators. If you are looking for a rec program, a sports league, some sort of activity to be done this winter, then you may look no farther. We have the solution for you here with Junior League Darts, especially if you're in Austin, Texas. That's right, we've partnered with the Austin Independent School District via their Service Partnerships program to offer students for the 2020-2021, that is so awkward to say, school year, free access to the Junior League curriculum. We're going to do some one-on-one trainings. We're going to run some tournaments, leagues, games, ranking systems, everything. Even going to do some live stream production if there are folks who are interested in stepping up to the booth, as you see I'm in right now. Right here on the screen, you can see some information on some intro classes that we'll be running. So to get students interested, kind of get folks familiar with the darts, we're going to be offering 1 week what we're calling Darts 101 courses, where players can get familiar with the game, the rules, how to play, all that sort of stuff. And then from there, players are welcome to assemble teams, and we will help with that. Assemble teams at their district level or at their school level, and we will support interscholastic competition, so among schools or among districts. Again, all of this can be done online from the convenience of your own home. So check it all out at juniorleaguedarts.com. You'll see some of the curriculum, how everything is structured, and an area there to sign up for this coming season. So again, you're welcome to sign up for any of these 1 week Darts 501 sessions, and hope to see you out there on the Aki. y'all. Well, if it's playoffs time, then you know what that also means. It is new season time. I've been teeing it up all season long. Now we've got all the details. I've been launching it out, releasing it a little bit over time throughout the last couple of weeks or so. But here we have all the juicy details for this upcoming Winter League of City League Darts Quarantine League style. Everything online, remote, from the safety, convenience, and economical pricing of your own home. So you'll see the formats we have listed here. Challenge League, just like we've had before, just all 501. Social League, that mix of doubles and cricket, a mix of 501 and cricket, adding doubles in this season, so make sure you see that there. New Quarantine Tour announced, which I've also been teeing up. So we're going to do a little mini warm-up series here over 6 weeks for the Quarantine Tour heading into 2021. So if you've not played before, you'll have some time to get familiar with how we manage the check-in, the video chatting, check in on Slack, video chat with Skype, all that good stuff. Some opportunities to get your feet wet and get familiar with that structure before we start the 2021 season. 2021 Quarantine Tour, 22 events between January and November, which will culminate in a finals championship for the top 8 players. No official prizes announced yet, but you can be sure that there will be something fun going on there. And that one we're specifically timing to try to make friendly for our friends over on the other side of the Atlantic. So those will be held on weekends in the afternoon, early afternoon, East Coast United States time. So try to encourage folks from all across the world to join us there in that Quarantine Tour. Best of 5 singles, 501 single elimination tournaments. It's a lot of details for a single event. Anyway, it's the Quarantine Tour 2021. I'm really excited about that. Quarantine Premier League, folks have been asking us about. What you're watching right now, this playoff finals. Quarantine Premier League, we're going to have auditions starting December 2nd. So as you see here, you have until the 1st. Well, that's good if you were trying to listen to that. I just realized I had that audio down on that promo video the entire time. That's all right. I'll show it again after this match. We'll get ready to get these guys bringing it in here. Let's bring our preview screen back in here. All right, we are back. Oh, sorry, there's music in my ears. There we go. Welcome back. Semifinal number 2 coming up. Wow, almost the upset in the first one there. Crazy ebb and flow there going off. I think 7 or 8 consecutive breaks to throw before we got on a string of holds there, and Jerry just almost pushing it to a last leg decider, unable to get across the line there. Missed opportunities there, I think you would say, but both players would certainly say that. In the end, Shenandoah Slinger getting the job done with a 19 darter in the last leg. Good stuff there. Maybe getting his stock rising on the way to the championship match. And who will he play? Well, we will see. It's going to be one of these two. Toaster, Dave Weiland, throwing out of Detroit, Michigan, going up against Rattlesnake, Jesse Hopper, out of Fort Worth, Texas. We see the numbers, again, pretty similar from these players, just like we saw in the last match. And again, 5 wins for both of them, though Toaster eking out the 2 draws, whereas Rattlesnake unable to get the draw. If he wasn't winning, he was losing those matches in the season. Good enough to get into that number 3 spot, though, and make it into the playoffs. Let's bring up our match screen as I pull up player audio here. And assuming we're all good and they've corked, they should be ready to go. Shoot 'em well, guys. Game on.
Shoot well, Jesse.
Shoot well, David.
Yeah, this could be some exciting stuff. So I was kind of, I don't know, I was all over the place earlier trying to figure out what matches had been played in the last week. So I'm pulling that up right now, the old standings.
Hey, you still got the volume on for us.
Oh, sorry, guys. They're calling me out here saying I'm not muted yet. There we go. And, yep. Apologies to the players for speaking in their ear there as they're trying to throw their darts. Good on Jesse for stopping and knowing that that's not how that was supposed to go. Ben Weiland joining us in the chat. Ready for matchup number 2. I don't know if he was referring to match number 2 or Toaster's seed as number 2 with that hey number 2, but
60.
It all works.
45.
Seed 2, he clarifies. Indeed, yep, Toaster getting that 2 spot. So, match results here, week 9. What happened? So it was
24.
okay. So the tight one there at the end of the season was Jesse and Jerry. Jesse putting in a great performance
26.
there, 58.5 average, 7-2 victory over Jerry to leapfrog him in the standings, knock Jerry down into that 4 spot to force him to play Shenandoah Slinger, putting Jesse into this 3 spot here to go up against the Toaster.
40.
Toaster, who could have taken the 1 seed here, but was up against the Slinger in their Week 9 matchup, and put up a great fight, went to a last leg decider in the end. The Slinger getting the job done 7-5. About a 54 to a 53 average there in that match. Great stuff. Matt Crescent asking if is Dave brother 1. Indeed. Well, I don't know chronologically if he's what order, but indeed.
48.
Indeed a brother of the 2 seed.
$84.
$49.
Opportunity here for Dave to create a gap. 19s, it's got to be to set up the 167.
40.
He gets there. Good math awareness. Big ask here. Ooh. Perhaps not too much of an ask. One more treble 19 would leave 140. Not going to go, but a good effort to start knocking at the door there. We'll see how well Toaster can set this up.
43.
Not very is the answer. I'll leave 132 there. Still advantage Toaster here. Triple 18 for the bullseye. It is going to become a
29.
ton for tops, and as it is 95 left. So Jesse with a chance. And certainly no gimme, no chip shot coming back at 95 from Toaster. Meanwhile, don't like the shot on 20s from 132 there from Jesse. I think that's bad math awareness. I like going to 25s there.
34.
As a single 25 will leave you on 107. Still a makeable checkout without relying on two trebles. 36-36 I think is going to be the preferred route for Jesse here. He's just so crazy he might do it. Oh, doesn't want a treble 12 for a double 18. The more conventional route, I would say, from 72.
52.
Chat's starting to show up a little bit here with this this match number 2. Had Benjamin Weiland in here earlier. Devin Mulville joining us saying go Toaster. Michael Majouet showing some photo love, going for Toaster. Big Man Bearded reminding me he's been in here the whole time. Just quiet during Slinger's bout. Slinger's close fight there. Belinda joining us saying go Jesse Rattlesnake. And as we saw earlier, Jerry in here for a brief moment, Dave Weiland for a brief moment before he started his match, and Mad Matt Crescent. Michael Majway asking if those are L-styles Jesse's using. I have no idea. Honestly, I don't even know what an L-style flight is. I assume it's a flight. It could be a shaft, though. I don't know. Double 5 for Jesse is what I do know. 1 for double 2.
Eight.
Not a great opener from these two players.
30.
Wasn't sure if that that Dave started saying with his words there was going to be a third dart or third tee. Third tee scored in the end.
Bust.
Matt saying you're going to need make and model of all the darts here in the future. That's probably something I cannot provide. Oh boy, it's becoming one of those early on. Madhouse for Jesse. How mad is it going to get?
No score.
First part.
Wow, Toaster shows some mercy to himself, to Jesse, to me, to you all. Let's just move on. Let's get that one behind us. And please not do that again.
$44.
Well, that was that's not a pretty leg recap to look at as I look down each of the scores from leg 1 here.
44.
So Jesse threw in a 95 in his 7th visit to the board. Toaster managed a 70 and 84. Everything other than that, less than a 60.
60.
Not good, Bob.
95.
We'll see if we can get that turned around here. We've got this match and then the championship to follow here as we round out the fall 2020 Quarantine Premier League season. Right here on the City League Darts YouTube channel,
36.
where during the season we are live about 4 times a week And if you want to stay up to date with all the things we're streaming and doing live, you can always subscribe to the channel here, get those notifications, and see it on your YouTube homepage.
60.
Maybe that's how it works. I assume so. I don't know. I really don't know how the YouTubes work. I just click stream and we do this.
95.
Incredible grouping there from Rattlesnake. All over that triple 19 area. Unfortunate just to get the one of them. And Toaster, meanwhile,
45.
he'll be mad at me for flashing this on him and not on the 18s from Jerry last match. However, 302. Got to go 18s there first start, Toaster, not 20s.
96.
You can set up the 164 with the 138 there. However, the 140 leaves you on a bogey if you miss that first treble 20.
42.
Not seen a big fish in anything I have cast or even played in. And that streak shall remain intact. Wow, 3 just, again, beautifully thrown darts there from Jesse. I love how they're lobbing in there. I've never seen him throw, but I feel like I
45.
just assume he's got a very repeatable mechanical action. I did get some throw videos from these players when putting together the season intro reel, where you see them all throwing head-on from the board perspective. And from that, I think you do see... Oh, wow! Jesse going 20, 54, 36 to add up to 110, ending on a double. Incredible 110 take. What was I saying? Who cares? Doesn't matter.
26.
Ooh, Jesse, not going to let Toaster run away with this thing. No, thank you. Well, that's a bit of a difference from the first leg. Fewer than half the number of darts needed for that one. We'll take that. I guess that means we have to do a 10 darter here, right? Divide by 2 and then minus the 1. Or minus the 1 first and then divide by 2 if it's odd. Anyway, my point is, that was a good checkout.
60.
Not going to put the stats up just yet because they are still
45.
ugly from that first leg. I really wish we had player cams. Don't know if I'll be able to work that out for next season.
55.
Dabbled a little bit with the dual cam per player kind of setup. It's possible, but it adds some nasty complexities that might not make it worth the squeeze. It certainly does make it more entertaining. Because at times when I'm not talking, you just want to let the match go on. It's just a bit dull looking at
59.
2 dead static boards, one that has a dart going into it every few seconds. Like, that's just... it's not gripping entertainment, if you know what I mean. So having that Aki cam, being able to watch the throws and stuff just really, really adds to that dynamic. I was noticing that more and more this morning as I was watching the Players' Championship from the Winter Series. Just seeing how they can go a couple of turns without really any commentary. But the production still stays really interesting because they're cutting back to the Aki cam or to the different board cam views, and the tight shot on the players, the wide shot where you can see the full raised Aki and the caller. I want to get some of that.
7.
Treble 20 there would have left 160 for Toaster, but still in Good position, still certainly with the advantage here with the darts in this third leg.
$59.
Pat Crescent suggesting I put a little news ticker at the bottom. Maybe put some random business information. Could do that. I've thought about that.
30.
I experimented with that last season, doing a little stats recap ticker during each week's broadcast, and then a match recap from the previous match in those videos that I was stitching together at the end of each week. But that was time consuming when you don't have that data being fed automatically, let me tell you.
$44.
That could be pretty possible though, right? I mean, I could put together an RSS feed of like news articles and headlines from the darts world, and just bring those into a web page. Just have the web page ticker them across. You know what, man, Matt, you might be onto something. As long as it doesn't strain the computational power too much.
46.
That could be fun to watch. 92 here for Jesse, who does not go 36-36 from 72 with 2 in hand. Won't need to, though. Double 16 is the ask now, finding 60 with his first.
60.
We're asking just a tad too much. One more 20 for tops. Oof, almost busted in that treble. Yikes.
Good one. 41.
I hear Dave laughing at himself, saying good one, quite sarcastically. Yep, thumbs up on that beautiful attempt at double 20.
First start.
See, I thought he was trying to set up 37 with treble 1 to then go double 6, 1, double 12. In the end, didn't work out for him. Rattlesnake with the advantage here. Fourth leg, up a break. Throw in a 96 to open.
96.
Great third dart with that treble 19 hit.
$45.
Little high.
100.
Wow, really? Not a ton 40, you don't say. Yeah, that first one was obviously in.
85.
It's the second one I sort of don't believe wasn't in. Got to go 18s here, but he's not going to. 18s or 25 for the first start here from 305. But my hand is on the B Math Aware number 2. There it goes. There we are. B Math Aware from 305. Of course, I haven't seen him in the chat lately, but Congraw would have said, you just don't leave 305.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, I think.
60 or 26.
Yeah, Toaster found 6 on the 1 through his first 2 numbers. I'm going to throw them at you fast. You better keep up.
$95.
This is becoming a runaway leg 4 here for Jesse.
26.
Toaster maybe needs to kind of shift his mind on just rediscovering his throw and try to get himself warmed up for the next leg when he will have the darts and when he will really need to hold that throw.
40.
$180 would be well timed here.
127.
177 would have been as well. 127 not as much, but does make these next 3 darts mean a little bit more, as Toaster could quite easily leave himself a 2-dart combo after his next visit. I think he had 86 left for that third dart. Yeah, I don't know if Jesse was just trying to kind of rust through the
25.
throw there and was just feeling the 20s or not sure what was up there. I mean, when he knows he has the 86, he goes for the 18s for sure. 12 for the bullseye here now with 62 remaining. Oh, just outside. So 17 now to set up tops if Toaster does not take out this 167. So tops will be thrown at.
43.
Double 10 now to complete the break. Could be a good marker. Could knock off of it.
Yes, 30.
Does knock off of it. I was leaning in as Jesse, I think, was leaning in too. You kind of hear that inflection in his voice, the lean in, yes, as he gets closer and concludes definitively it is, in fact, in that
45.
double area. I'll tell you, the first match of the night was a bit surprising to me and how close it was,
39.
especially with it looking for a little while there like Jared was going to jump out and just take that one away. Deliver Slinger his first
41.
and most unfortunately timed loss of the season. However, that was not to be. This match is something I think I expected to be. I don't know. I didn't expect players to get ahead breaks quite so early. Of course, it is very early, and that can get taken right back any time. But the
33.
kind of back and forth and that kind of critical after critical, doubling moments that we saw in that first match, that's more what I was expecting from this one. And as of yet, not seeing that. But again, time left. Definitely seeing some consistent grouping.
48.
125.
Just as Jesse was starting to get right back there in range, Toaster creates a little bit more separation. But as we've seen Jesse do time and time again, he responds to those
60.
3 really well thrown darts that could have just as easily been a ton. I really think I would just get so mad playing Jesse. Just from what I've seen time and time again, when he's in these tight matches, he'll be trying to catch up to someone who's throwing really well with the darts, and their opponent will put in a big score, and it'll look like Jesse's just about out of the leg, and his next 2 turns will completely bridge the gap and then put him in winning position in that leg. He just punishes. He just punishes. That's not even punishing there. He's just relentless. He's not even like punishing your good throws. He's just like unfazed by it, or makes him throw better. It's like the exact opposite of what you want him to do when you throw in a good like ton 20 score to get in checkout range. Some players will get a little nervous and that might throw them off. Jesse Hopper just slings in a great next start. I don't think that. Oh wow, that triple 18 was in. That was a shot at. Oh no, it wasn't. Okay. Okay, so Toaster 116 there on 68. Not how Jesse wanted that to shake out. Tops here for Toaster to get back in this. Cut off Rattlesnake's momentum. Leaves himself with 5. Uh-oh. Jesse, a makeable 60, a bustable 60. And a big number missable 60. Oof, almost overcompensated there.
20.
Not able to use that unintentional marker. Oh no.
Lost.
Toaster wanted to go straight for the bad house. Instead, he'll just be going back to Izaki. Tops for Rattlesnake. Double 10 for Rattlesnake. A double 10 still for Rattlesnake for the fifth leg.
Yes, third dart.
Yes, again. That's still lean in. Is it? All right, numbers. I got them. You want them. Inconsistent is the word that comes into my mind here when I see this ink splatter. Inconsistent.
70.
Majue asking if this stream is on cable. It is not.
21.
I could do live streams of some of the regular Quarantine Premier League matches, but the time format for this live stream does not match up with what they're able to support for live streams through the studio itself.
43.
And for that same reason, this finals, the playoff finals, will not be syndicated to cable TV, again, because of the length of it. There's kind of no
58.
production formatting for them that really matches with like a 3-hour broadcast that also has like 10 to 12 minute gaps in between of like pause music, which, pause music in the commercials, which I don't feel like going in and editing out to then re-upload there. So,
41.
yep. So not for the playoffs.
100.
All right, getting back into this leg toaster. It is not too late for him yet. But if he loses this leg, it might be.
33.
But we've seen crazier things happen today. And coming back from 5-1 deficits, could it be our maximum?
140.
Another sweat.
One.
So things we've seen that have been crazier than what would be a toaster comeback right now include today Joe Cullen, the rock star, coming back from a 5-0 deficit in the first round of the Players' Championship event against Justin Pipe. Justin Pipe up 5-0 on Joe Cullen. Joe Cullen comes back, wins 6-0, goes on to win the tournament. Can you believe that? Can you believe that?
$90.
Okay, so it was 135 left there when Jesse went for the bull. I don't think I like that with 135 in your last start. 135 in your first start, absolutely. Last start, I don't think it's worth the risk of missing that green bit. Because how much more helpful is 110 going to be to you than like 115? It's not going to be more helpful at all. Even at 116, right? I think you're all better going at 19s there, potentially.
32.
Wow, I think Toaster misses the big 19. Oh, gosh, so he wanted single 12, 52, scored 36. I think he's got 16 remaining. I think it's a happy little accident. I could be messing up this math, though. 43 scored. Yeah, he's got double 8 left. Taking his time, making sure he's got it right. 16 is the ask. Double 8. He's quadruple checking.
Jesus, Dave.
Live look. We do have the player cam in Detroit up and running. Live look at Toaster right now. Running the numbers. Could be using the chalker assist.
Good.
Could be using the chalker assist. 8 remains the ask. Oh, and then he thought he had 7. I thought that was just a terribly tight dart thrown at 8. It was not. It was a. I'll just leave that one up there. Whoops. Nope. That's what I meant to leave up there. There you go, Toaster. 74 here for Jesse. Treble 14 would have left 16. $42 scored here. 51 remaining. 11 for tops, 19 for 32. Just set it up. Both these players now having a tough time with some of the math. I think it's a 61 scored there from Jesse. 33 and 19 is 52, plus 9 is 61. And it is just, we are just all sorts of, yikes. I've never had to do this before, but here we are. I'm getting to 61 there if I'm reading that right. Unreal. What is going on here? What have people been drinking? I can't even believe this is really happening. I mean, as long as there's a 61.
No worries.
That was 41. 41, that 51 there. So I did do the math wrong going down, but I did it right going up. 61.
Miss.
Yikes is all I can say. Double 8 now for Jesse.
16.
Maybe having lost some concentration after that trigonometry exercise we all just went through. Double 4 here for Toaster.
Lost.
I just want to get out of this leg because the math is starting to freak me out. Like, what is going on here, y'all? There we go. All right, let's move this along, shall we? What was that? Well, if
45.
Jesse pushes these to 40-plus dart legs, then maybe Toaster will have a chance. But as it is, Toaster not able to get this job done when asked to do it in fewer than 11 visits.
41.
29.
I wonder if that math pause just really kind of threw these players off, and one led to the next, and there's all that downtime then in playing, and it's hard for these players to kind of get some of that rhythm back, especially when you're just playing by yourself at home. That's just like so kind of anti-rhythmic.
60.
Toaster puns, Toaster jokes going on in the chat. Not particularly good ones though. I'll wait for some fire to come in. No judgment though. I've attempted some of them myself. They haven't turned out well. They haven't turned out well at all.
59.
Probably on par with my singing. Oh no, I hope I didn't have the desktop audio on that whole time. That would have been super annoying. I would have hoped y'all would have told me in the chat that all the player stuff is echoing. I don't know how they just got toggled on. Oh no, Matt saying it was echoing. My bad. Y'all should have told me. I don't know how I didn't kill that audio switch again. My fault. Well, if that's as bad as it goes tonight with the production booth, then I'm a happy camper.
60.
$96.
Yeah, I would have liked to have gone up to that 18s on that last start there from Jesse. Set yourself up on the 120. Real bad spot to be in voluntarily here, 119. 98, still a chance. Still a chance with that 777. Now back down to 19s. Try to leave tops if Toaster doesn't put this 160 to bed. Oh no! Well, that was definitely his target, and he's going to realize. I'll turn his audio up
74.
when you hear him see a score.
73.
Wow. 58.
Oh boy, I don't know what's going on here. We've been off of the Quarantine Premier League for like a week and a half or so. We haven't had these matches going on. Are these players rusty? Is there a gas cloud covering Texas and Michigan? I don't know. I feel okay,
26.
but I'm pretty far south from Fort Worth, so we might not be breathing in the same air. 68 now for Toaster. Unable to complete that 102.
41.
Wanted trouble 16 to leave 20. I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. Does Jesse mind this double 5? He does. I think he's just going to bust it indeed.
Bust.
Jesse, definitely a fan of that double 10. Toaster finds a 25 for double 18. Oh no, is that a 13? It was tops. Good effort.
21.
Right on. Gave it enough oomph behind it. Will Toaster get another crack at it? You should be encouraged by the way that last one landed. Oh, but you won't get a crack at it. Jesse getting through the door with the game shot for a decisive victory there. I don't think anyone quite saw that coming.
Enjoy it.
Not that scoreline at all. But in the end there, it's Jesse getting through there. You know, decent enough second leg, but man, he knows he's going to have to keep that, bring those numbers up a little bit if he wants to try to compete with the Slinger here coming up in this championship match for the Quarantine Premier League playoffs. Let me do a little finagling here in the booth. Try to figure out some settings here for y'all. Get some music going back up. Actually, I'll just cut this call. That'll be easier. So, we'll get some music going. I'll get these next players ready for their match. We'll give Jesse some time to chill out. And then we'll be back here in about 10 minutes time, and I'm going to put on another commercial, and this time the audio is going to be on. See you soon. Well, if it's playoffs time, then you know what that also means. It is new season time. I've been teeing it up all season long. Now we've got all the details. I've been launching it out, releasing it a little bit over time throughout the last couple of weeks or so. But here we have all the juicy details for this upcoming Winter League of City League Darts Quarantine League style. Everything online, remote, from the safety, convenience, and economical pricing of your own home. So you see the formats we have listed here. Challenge League, just like we've had before, just all 501. Social League, that mix of doubles and cricket, a mix of 501 and cricket, adding doubles in this season, so make sure you see that there. New Quarantine Tour announced, which I've also been teeing up. So we're going to do a little mini warm-up series here over 6 weeks for the Quarantine Tour heading into 2021. So if you've not played before, you'll have some time to get familiar with how we manage the check-in, the video chatting, check in on Slack, video chat with Skype, all that good stuff. Some opportunities to get your feet wet and get familiar with that structure before we start the 2021 season. 2021 Quarantine Tour, 22 events between January and November, which will culminate in a finals championship for the top 8 players. No official prizes announced yet, but you can be sure that there will be something fun going on there. And that one we're specifically timing to try to make friendly for our friends over on the other side of the Atlantic. So those will be held on weekends in the afternoon, early afternoon, East Coast United States time, to try to encourage folks from all across the world to join us there in that Quarantine Tour. Best of 5 singles, 501 single elimination tournaments. It's a lot of details for a single event. Anyway, it's the Quarantine Tour 2021. I'm really excited about that. Quarantine Premier League, folks have been asking us about. What you're watching right now, this playoff finals. Quarantine Premier League, we're going to have auditions starting December 2nd. So as you see here, you have until the 1st to throw your hat in the ring, and then I'll reach out on Slack with instructions for how to get involved there. Of course, chat us with any questions you have. cityleaguedarts.com/quarantine league is where you can get all of the latest and greatest details. And of course, City League Darts on Twitter. See you on the Aki. Hey there, students, parents, and educators. If you are looking for a rec program, a sports league, some sort of activity to be done this winter, then you may look no farther. We have the solution for you here with Junior League Darts, especially if you're in Austin, Texas. That's right, we've partnered with the Austin Independent School District via their Service Partnerships program to offer students for the 2020 school year free. We're going to do some one-on-one trainings. We're going to run some tournaments, leagues, games, ranking systems, everything. Even going to do some live stream production to the booth, as you see I'm in right now. Right here on the screen, you can see some information on some intro classes that Sid kind of get folks familiar with the darts. We're going to be offering 1 week, what we're calling Darts 101 courses, where players can get familiar. And then from there, players are welcome to assemble teams, and we will help with that, or at their school level, and so among schools or among districts. Again, all of this can be done online from the convenience of your own home. So check it all out at juniorleaguedarts.com. You'll see some of the curriculum, how everything is structured, and an area there to sign up for this coming season. So again, you're welcome to sign up for any of these 1 week Darts 501 sessions, and hope to see you out there on the Aki.